Hello, my name is Jim Sinesco, and I'm the Vice President with AFC International. And today, this video is going to go over some of the fine features and maybe a description for some of you who are new to it on the Echoview wireless system from Ray Systems. The Echoview wireless system consists of a wireless reader, basically a handheld device, that can accept signals of up to 8 Q-Ray 3s, or any wireless capable Ray Systems unit such as Toxi Pro single gas and Multi-Ray Pro line that has a wireless radio installed when you purchase it. For today, I'm going to go ahead and just go over the basics of the system using a couple of Q-Ray 3s. But the system is very, very simple. Now, the first thing you do have to remember is that when you do purchase or you are looking to go wireless, you have to purchase an instrument that has a wireless radio built in. And you'll notice this little yellow tag up here. Any gas detector that has this yellow label, FCC label, is gonna let you know that that instrument has a wired radio inside the instrument. So that is definitely needed for the system to work. You can buy instruments such as this Q-Ray 3 and the other three that I mentioned without radios as well. But if you do want to use the wireless, you do have to have a radio-equipped detector. The Echoview itself can handle up to 8 different signals from different instruments. It could be 3 Toxi Pros, it could be 3 Q-Ray 3s, it could be a multitude of different combinations of multi-ray. It doesn't really matter, but they do have to be wireless enabled and wireless equipped. However, the 8 units is the maximum on a Echoview system. Now, the Echoview basically will give you each individual detector on a screen. You'll be able to see it, and then by selecting the buttons, and I'll go through this in a little bit here, by clicking the enter button on a particular unit, as you're scrolling through, you'll actually see real-time any alarm conditions. You'll also see any type of gas individual sensor readings. So it gives you a lot of good information. And again, this distance that we're talking about between this Echoview and the instrument is going to be dependent upon the instrument and the version. The Q-Ray 3, they're claiming we can get up to 600 feet on. Okay, so that's a long distance. In other words, 600 feet from your instrument to your Echoview controller. So that's a long way. All the units, though, have to be within that distance of the Echoview, or else they'll drop off and you'll lose the signal. Now, you do get a warning when that does happen, but you do need to keep that in mind that you have to keep relatively close. But 600 feet, that's pretty good. For Toxi Ray Pro, the single and the multi-ray, I believe it's only half of that. You're looking about 330 feet. But again, for most close-in, closed-loop systems, wireless systems, that's going to be plenty of distance for you. You can use an Echoview router, basically a repeater, that you can actually add into the system to extend that distance even farther. So we can do some things to extend that. But again, for this video today, I'm just going to show you basic setups, basic how to turn the units on, what sequences, and to get it all working. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you're going to want to go ahead and turn on the Echoview. Now you'll see 3 button choices, just like traditional Ray Systems units, and hit the on button here in the middle, and that'll turn on the Echoview. Okay, power's on, letting me know that everything is working. It does beep, lets me know that the Echoview is up and running. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put that down for a second. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and turn on our Q-Ray 3s. Q-Ray 3s have the 2 buttons that you're familiar with. The on-off button on the right-hand side turns the unit on. Go ahead and put that one here. I'm going to grab the other Q-Ray 3, and I'm going to go ahead and turn it on as well. Again, both these instruments have the radios installed. You can easily tell that by the yellow label up here. All right. Now, with the Q-Ray 3s, it takes about 60 seconds or so for them to go through their first initial warm-up. So that's what you're going to be hearing. I'm going to put these units down just for a second and go back and talk a little bit about the Echoview up a little bit closer for you. So Echoview uses this antenna. The antenna is screwed on. It does come off, and it does have a swivel, and it can be canted. The antenna can be canted to help you get better reception. On the back side, you'll see an alligator clip, 360-degree turning alligator clip that can be attached to your jacket, to your harness. You can also get magnets for these. You can actually use like a limpet mine type thing and put it on a beam or an area. Doesn't have to be handheld. Has a horn down here. And on the bottom side, you will see two compartments. One is for a battery. These run on a 3.6 lithium dry cell. It is not a rechargeable system. You should yield about 2 to 3 months of continuous use using the lithium cell. And then an auxiliary port for other options down the road. Alarm conditions will be a horn and light back here at the Echoview. So if any of your instruments in the field that you're using in the system go into alarm condition, you're going to get audible and lights telling you that you have an alarm condition out in the field in your system. All right, so this is Echoview. Some other information, upper left-hand corner of the unit is going to be signal strength, battery capabilities, capacity, and another icon to let you know more about your system and how it's performing. Back on the meters, you will see, and I'll get in close for you, you will see your gas concentrations, but you'll also see up in the corner a little like telephone pole or wire with a little strength of signal bar next to it. That's showing us that our wireless system is working and we are connecting our instrument now with our Echoview. I'm going to grab another one and show you the same thing, and there you go. On the Echoview itself, let's take a look at that. You will see that it has found one instrument, and you can see it is highlighted here. It does take about a couple of minutes for them to all kind of find and get connected. So I will tell you, it does take a little bit of time. It's not instantaneously connecting. It does take a little bit of time. But you'll see we have one unit already that it sees. And the dark circle means that that's the one, if I wanted to go and see information on, I can go ahead and hit the Enter key. When I hit the Enter key, it tells me any kind of alarm conditions. It gives me battery of life of that instrument. Okay, I can go ahead and hit a button. And now it's going to go ahead and scroll through to each individual sensor. This is the LEL sensor. It says there's no alarm condition, no concentration. It gives me my low and high alarm conditions. I hit it again. This is going to be the H2S sensor. I hit it again. This is going to be the CO sensor. I'm sorry, the oxygen sensor. It's hard to see from the back side here. And then our carbon monoxide sensor. So all sensors that are installed on your gas detector, the Echoview will give you each of the indications on it. If I hit it one more time, it'll give me the pan ID and channel number that instrument is working on. And what that means is each individual instrument in your system, your closed loop system, has to be operating on the same pan ID and same channel. Now the channel numbers 1 through 10 do also give you some other things like signal strength and helps things a little bit. Default from the factory is channel 6. If we do have troubles in certain environments where we're having a hard time with channel 6, we'll ask you to bump it up to 7, 8, 9, or 10. That sometimes helps with the system with this communications. At any time I can hit the exit key, and that brings me back out. And you can also see right off the bat now here, after going back to the main screen, you can see my second instrument has come in, and you can see it's got a circle, but it's not solid. The one above it is the instrument we were just looking at, and that has a solid circle. That means when I hit the Enter key, that's going to be the instrument information I'm going to be looking for that particular instrument. If I want to toggle, all I have to do is use my left or right buttons and make sure that that second instrument is solid. I'll hit that, and you can see that information as well for that instrument. So in other words, what's the battery life, what's going out that unit. I hit exit, I'm back out. Say, wait a minute, I want to take more information. I'll hit the Enter again. I'll see that information. I'll scroll with my left or right buttons, and I can see my individual sensors. Here's my LEL sensor. I believe this is my H2S sensor, my oxygen sensor. and my CO sensor. And then the last screen is going to be my pan ID and channel ID. And sure enough, I'm at 999 for the pan, channel 10, or else I wouldn't be connected. And I can hit exit. And now I'm in operation. I'm going to go ahead and block the pump on one of the instruments. So the pump alarm on the instrument. We'll keep an eye on the screen and see what happens here. And you can see that the star highlights the instrument on the Echoview. It also is going into alarm as well. I'm going to go ahead and put the instrument down just for a second. I'm going to still leave it in pump alarm. I'm going to go ahead and hit the enter key to take a look at that. And you will see it says alarm pump. So it tells me exactly what's the problem with that instrument and why it's going into alarm. I'm going to go ahead and clear that pump alarm. It goes back to normal. I'll exit out. And you can see my star, solid star, drop back off to a circle. Now on alarm, whatever the instrument's on alarm, that will automatically scroll and position itself at the top of the list. So it's kind of neat. Now again, this screen can see all 8 of them, so it's going to get a little bit busy when you see them all up on there. So when one does go in alarm, it does help you and pulls it to the top so you can easily recognize which one is in alarm. Now the Q-Ray 3s have a man down feature, just like our multi-rays. So we can actually set the unit up for a man down alarm. And in that case, once the instrument goes into its man down alarm sequence and nobody acknowledges it, that they're not moving, then the man down alarm would come up on your Echoview letting you know that, hey, somebody is not moving out in the field and we need to take close attention to that. Maybe something's wrong, you slipped, fell, heart attack, whatever the case could be. Why isn't Bob moving around? So we can go ahead and track him on that. So Echoview is a very useful tool. So that's the basics of the system. To turn them on, you turn the Echoview on first, turn your gas detector instruments on. It automatically finds each individual instrument on the same channel and same pan ID. And it takes about 2-3 minutes for them to all file in, but once you get them, it's locked up and it's good. Now, what happens if an instrument, though, does go out of the 600, in this case, 600 foot range, and we lose connection? The little circle will turn to an X. There'll be a circle with an X in the middle of it telling you that we've lost connection. Now, you can program the Echoview host here to alert you with an alarm when that condition happens, or you can just show it visually without any kind of an alert. I kind of like the alert. I want to know that, hey, one of our units is outside that range and I've lost connection. You know, maybe we call them on the radio and say, come on back in closer. But that's that feature there. So Echoview from Ray Systems can detect and watch up to 8 gas detectors that have been wirelessly equipped. That could be the Q-Ray 3, the new Q-Ray 3, the multi-rays and Toxi Pros, up to 8, all running on the same network channel and pan ID, and is really something to look at. If you've never looked at wireless or think you never really would be interested in wireless, I think if we come out and do a demo or show you some of these features, you may change your mind. Being a safety engineer, I know that sometimes it's just the basic stuff works well, but I'm really starting to take a liking to this wireless because it gives me an extra way to take a look and observe my workers in the field and make sure that their concentrations of gas that they're getting into are safe and that we're in good shape. So again, Jim Sinesco for AFC International. If you have any questions, find us on the internet at www.afcintl.com or give us a call at 800-952-3293. Thank you very much.